They came from different places around the world to stop the Russian terror. They left their safe and peaceful daily life behind in order to protect the innocent by force of weapons and courage. They can quit and leave at any moment, but most of them will fight till victory. They are doing the impossible on the battlefield, and they keep returning to the front line after being seriously wounded. They are the salt of the earth of our civilization. They are soldiers of the International Legion for the defense of Ukraine.
My name's Kiwi. I think it's always a hard question to answer because the important thing to me at this stage, so many months in, is not why I came, but what keeps me here, like the team and the guys I work with. But what drove me to come here, I originally came to help as a civilian doctor, to do whatever I could to help Ukraine, obviously.
When I heard for the first time the story about why she came to Ukraine, how she did it and under which circumstances, I just thought to myself, holy crap. She is laying in the sun on her boat somewhere in Fiji, sipping Corona beer. She gets a phone call from her friend saying, "Hey, would you like to go to Ukraine and serve as a combat medic?" And she's like, "Sure, why not?" And in 2 months, she's already with us in Lysychansk. She came from New Zealand, a faraway country. She's the captain of her own yacht, a risk-taker. Adventure is in her blood.
Kiwi, a combat medic in the 2nd International Legion for the defense of Ukraine. Country of origin, New Zealand. Skills and experience, extreme tourism, search and rescue, firearms, military tactics, unmanned aerial vehicles. Participated in numerous rescue and combat missions within the defense operation against the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Combat history: Lysychansk, Prihorivka, Bakhmut. Hobbies: she is a captain of her own yacht. Despite all the tough challenges, Kiwi does not regret her decision to come to Ukraine. It was the simple things that charmed her the most here.
The people and the food. Easy. No, they're great. You know, all the guys I serve with and all of the civilians I've met have just been straight up good people and really welcoming, you know, and just really enjoyable to spend time with. Like, it's very similar to New Zealand in a lot of ways. People, you know, really appreciate the agricultural sector, like the producers and the land. You know, this is the breadbasket of the world. So that feels very familiar to me from New Zealand.
Kiwi really appreciates resourcefulness of the Ukrainians, as well as their attitude towards family values.
And people just want to have a good time with their friends and their family, really value family and, yeah, resourceful people as well, you know. As we've seen on some of the YouTube videos with tractors pulling tanks, like Ukrainians are resourceful people. It feels very familiar to a Kiwi.
With her selfless and heroic actions, Kiwi gained not only invaluable combat experience, but also the respect of her fellow soldiers and commanders.
It's hard to find a more heroic soldier. He saved many lives. This person, she's a true hero.
Yeah, I guess you already know we spent most of the year last year in Donbass, so it was quite a different war to the guys who are in Kharkiv maybe or Kherson on the offensive. We were, you know, largely defensive ops. I think one of the villages we were operating in has got the dubious honour of being the most shelled place in the world. So there's a lot of artillery engagement.
Also, her kindness and humanity. She's a very authentic person. Although she's a bit shy about admitting it, she wants to present herself as a tough lady. But I found these very qualities in her, and it's an incredible support.
Oh yeah, look, I mean, any story where we saved one of our guys is a sad story because they got hurt in the first place. So it's never my favourite thing to talk about, but there are definitely some pretty lucky escapes, guys trapped in buildings, buildings on fire, sort of basement collapse. Yeah, I don't know where to start, too many scenarios.
We were being shelled. The command center was hit. The building was completely destroyed. I was in 100 meters from there because we were bandaging another guy. The guys from an adjacent unit were hit, and we were pulling them out of rubble. There were dead and wounded among them. One guy's leg was pinned under a wall, and they started dismantling the wall while still being shelled in order to get him out. One man had his leg trapped between a slab and a wooden log. Being incredibly humane, she basically neglected her own personal safety. The shells were landing closer and closer. Finn and I told her that we are not leaving without her, and only after that she agreed to take cover. We waited a while, and then we managed to save this guy.
The team has evacuated the wounded soldier from the rubble and took him to the car. Because of President enemy fire, all movements had to be quick, but Kiwi was refusing to let the vehicle go.
This guy is already in our pickup truck, and she runs up to us and says, "He can't be transported like that. I need to fix his foot, or otherwise he's gonna lose the leg." So the truck is leaving, and she is fixing the leg on the move. I remember that because I was sitting in that car. She hopped in the truck and drove some distance with us until she had the leg fixed. So she takes care of people all the way through. And then she tapped the driver's cabin. "Santa, stop the car." We stopped for a moment, she jumped up, and we resumed driving.
But yeah, some civilians, even not injuries, but just the fact that they couldn't get out to see a doctor about certain things, you know, skin problems or their diabetes or something like that. We always try and help if we can.
Combat medics often joke that the best medical assistance on the battlefield is to suppress the enemy with fire. Kiwi knows it from her own experience.
Yeah, so I always tell all the medics, I expect them to be a soldier first and a medic second. There can't be anyone on the battlefield who doesn't know how to fight. There was a couple places where we had to fight our way out of things or go around defence, and because we weren't too sure what was happening. So I guess that's what India's talking about. Places near Bakhmut where unfortunately we were forced to retreat from.
I've been impressed with her ability to multitask. She's like a perfect multi-purpose tool. If needed, she can shoot a rifle or pilot a drone.
And I guess just fighting our way out of those positions. Just completely, like, overwhelming numbers of Russians, you know, exactly as everyone sees on the TV. Just, you know, dozens of guys for every one guy, and so much overwhelming firepower. So we were pretty lucky to be able to fight our way out of those situations. I think that's what he was talking about.
Якби не вона, як мінімум би людей з десяток на цьому світі вже б не жив. Тому
If it wasn't for her, at least 10 good people wouldn't be alive. Pulling people out of the rubble on the mortar fire, evacuating wounded soldiers with a driver who does not speak English, takes a wrong turn, and instead of driving to the hospital, drives straight to the Russians. And when the driver told her, "The Russian is over there," her reaction was, "Grab your rifle and fucking shoot in that direction."
I think it's kind of collective energy of the group. You know, everyone keeps everyone else going. I think everybody would rather be somewhere else doing something else, but it's just not possible at the moment until the victory. So yeah, you just get your mates motivate you to keep going.
Kiwi carries on fighting, since she is certain that the fate of the whole world is being decided now in Ukraine.
I think for the freedom of the world, for the good of everyone, it has to end in Ukrainian victory, and I think that we can't allow a bully to essentially use force to take what they want while the rest of the world stands and looks on. In my opinion, and that of many others, the rest of the world is fortunate to have Ukraine fighting its war for it, because it's not just about Ukraine. I think we all know that.
And she knows for sure what she will be doing after our common victory.
Sail my yacht around the world and sit on a beach somewhere.